What I wanted to talk about was the experience that we had with a person that wanted to come and know about Native Americans and a couple of subjects that they knew about us. They wanted to know something, and it was about Christopher Columbus and Thanksgiving. They didn't know what to ask something of us because they didn't know who we were or if any Native Americans were even around. It was the first encounter that someone like him had come across. As working as the documentarian, I have other rules that I follow, and one of those rules is getting people to tell me their information so I can put that up on there. It's a different style of shooting, and sometimes some people don't get what we usually are used to, meaning you and all the bird singers that help me out.
Yeah, it's not right now. Oh, it's like a scroll.
We're used to people coming over and asking us about our culture, asking us about like what we do. And this is a different style of type of videography. This is something I'm not used to because I can't get that many hits, as you guys all know. And it's because it works that way. I guess that sometimes maybe it's a blessing that the less information that's out there, the less that most of us get bugged, because we don't know what it is to get a million hits in one day, and now we do. And if we got constantly bombarded with people that are just inquiring about us and don't really want to care, we don't know the difference. So maybe it's a blessing that we don't have our names out there and stuff. I mean, some of us do, and it is what it is. What I'm trying to get at is the experience of having somebody come over here that's never been here before and wanting to share their experience and try to compare it with ours. It's just their perspective, you know, it's not ours, and they're not speaking for us. But what they're trying to do is identify with our plight, you know, our fight with keeping our culture, keeping our preservation. And they're just trying to keep their stuff and their stuff where they're at too. We just don't know how they're saying it. So the translation part is what we're not getting. And so when they come and say things like, well, the winner always writes the story and the loser never does, we got to take that with a grain of salt, because not only is it true, it's some of the things even in the video that Derek will share later on, that they don't teach this stuff in schools, so that way the children that are of another country won't feel that bad that they're not a great country, that they did this to somebody. I thought that was a very powerful message, and that went all over the world, you know. And so a lot of us spoke in certain ways about, like, say, Thanksgiving. That was another view that a lot of people weren't aware of. That's what we have. And that was another powerful little vignette. And I know that some people wanted more and they said more. And I know that they're used to me doing it. But like I was saying, this isn't a style that we're used to, and it's to get views, to get the interest out there, and that's what it did. He's never gotten that many hits in one day ever with any of the stuff he's ever done. So that should tell you something about the subject, about what they're doing. We're interesting people. I've always known that. I've always known it.
Just do the intro. Yes. They won't tell you that.
Our reservation is 6 clans that are all pushed together to make our reservation. I'm from this canyon exactly. The original name for my family would be the Panictum, which means the early morning people. When the Spanish came into...
So the people themselves are telling them this, and here are some of the things that you see. We see here what they're saying about how they want more. How they want more about... Look at this, what they're saying. They're saying all this stuff here. I want you to see all these words that they're saying in their own, within English, what I can see. I can't imagine what they're showing that I can't see. But I see a lot of hearts. I see a lot of identification of what we're going through, what they're going through. They might be going through with a different type of people, but it's the same plight. It's fighting for land and getting their land erased, and they're being relocated, or them having to be refugees in another country. Although we're not that way, we're refugees on a reservation actually. So let's just step back and let's say that this was an experience that we all never had. We said what we said from the heart, and a lot of you did stuff beyond just giving thanks. A lot of you opened your heart. The tribe opened let us shoot there on their land without anything, without any problems or anything. That I want to give thanks to that. Even though I want to give thanks myself, because I know that that's what I should do. I also want to give thanks to the tribal chairman, because he knew what was going on. I also want to give thanks to John Preckwinkle III, because without him doing doing or any of the permissions. We just know when it happened. I'd like to thank Eli for letting us go in his ancestors' land so we could shoot there and talk about some of the past. I'd like to thank Patrick and Corey. I'd like to thank the young lady and the little tiny baby that went there. I don't know your names, I'm so sorry. I'd like to thank Derek for going out there and sharing what it's about to be a Native American out here. And I especially like to thank my cousin Chase for behind the scenes things that he's always helping out, like what made me turn my way of making sure that we give thanks to the people that let this happen, because we can't let that go away because somebody doesn't know how, or someone doesn't have that culture to give thanks back. And I come from that culture, so I want to give back to you and say thank you for letting us do this little vignette of life out here. I'm glad that not everybody got to have to that question, but you know, the experience itself and the video itself was done very well by the young man and by Mr. Hattab himself. And Shadi had a lot to do with putting this together. I want to thank Shadi out there in Image One camera out there in Riverside, California. Mr. Joe Hattab coming out here for his YouTube channel and for his Instagram to show what we're about, at least show what we think about those two subjects he won. I mean, you could have picked anybody, you picked us, so thanks a lot. And to all those people out there who are saying those wonderful things online about what you think about us and everything, we want to thank you. We want to thank you back from the heart that you identify with our struggle out here. And we're doing okay. We're learning to adapt to the ways of things out here.
I'm here with Chase. There's Prick outside, man, and we just got through talking to Mr. Hattab, and I think it went all right, man. He enjoyed what he saw. He enjoyed birds, and hopefully the world gets to see what we're doing and what we do out here. I'm gonna make a little video seeing how we met this guy who has like 4 million subscribers on his YouTube, and so on and so forth.
I just can't speak for every Native American. And so the next time, if anyone comes out here again that wants to like talk to us, remember that we like to share our culture from our heart, and we'll show it to you. Like, say for instance, the way they made a shirt for you. They made a shirt for this person, Joe Hattab, because they wanted him to feel part of it, like the way they showed me. They just did a lot faster within 2 days. And I want to acknowledge that someone actually went out of their way to make a shirt, and that's big time right there.